I was at a game store yesterday and they had this Miss Pac-Man plug and play in the bargain bin for free. It looked to be in good shape, but then when I saw you move the joystick, it's completely broken. But I still think this thing might work, so let's test it out. First, let's put some batteries inside to see if the light turns on. And it looks like it takes 4 AA's. So this is the light I was talking about. Let's see what happens when I flip it. Yes, the light did come on. Now the question is, will we get picture and sound when we plug it into the TV? All right, let's turn the TV on and see what happens. Oh, all right, we got the picture and the sound. Yeah, this is gonna be hard to play with this joystick completely broken like this. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 where I fix this. So the good news is I just tested this Miss Pac-Man plug and play and it does work. But the bad news is that this thing was played so much that the joystick is busted. So today I'm gonna try to take it apart and see if I can super glue this piece back in there. And I have to be careful because with the pole position game, you actually turn the joystick like this to control the car. First thing I'm gonna do is unscrew everything. And now this piece should just slide right off. This thing is a mess. This is gonna be really complicated to unscrew because there's so many different pieces in there. The first thing I unscrewed was this board right here. Then I just unscrewed these 4 screws that hold this piece in. I was just able to take that piece off, and now I can see the broken piece right there. Here it is from the top view, and then there it is on the bottom. See how it's in 2 pieces right there? Oh, it just fell off. My hope is I'm just gonna be able to super glue this back on like this while still inside of this piece, and then I can put everything back together and it'll work. All right, so let me open up the glue and put a few drops around where it needs to go back into place. I'll also put some on the metal right here. And now we're gonna stick the piece of plastic back where it belongs. Right there. I'm just going to stick some tape around it so I can kind of tape it closed as it dries. I think I need to wait at least a couple hours, then I can put it all back together and do a part 3 where hopefully I fixed it. I've given this piece a couple hours to dry, so let's see if I can get this Miss Pac-Man plug and play put back together. So first I'll take out this tape, and there's still a crack, but it looks like it's nicely put back together again. Then I know that this piece goes right back into here, and this plastic piece goes right here, and luckily they designed it so it only goes on one way. After tinkering with it for about 5 minutes, I think I got it properly lined up, so now I'm going to screw these 4 screws into place. I got the 4 screws in, and now I need to screw down the board. I got the board screwed in, and I just lined up the front. I think I have it all lined up, so I could just screw in these 4 back pieces now, and I should be set to go. The screws are in, now let's insert the batteries, and let's put the back on. And the light turns on, so that's good. Let's test it out. All right, we're gonna see if it turns on. Push the on switch, and we got power. Let's try a game of Miss Pac-Man. This is working so much better now. Look at this. Now we're gonna try the pole position game where we actually turn the joystick. And that's working beautifully too. I'm really proud of myself for bringing this thing back to life. Hope you enjoyed this series.